Your favorite restaurant or bar, a clothing store, a hotel. Do you ever think about the glass windows and doors in those buildings? They may look safe and sturdy, but experts say some of that glass can become deadly in the blink of an eye. 69-year-old Glenn Brunken was a masterful painter. His artwork often shown in galleries, and for 40 years he was a professor of art at Slippery Rock University.
Every encounter with Glenn was a joyous encounter.
Gary Girusta knew Glenn Brunken since the 70s. It was back in June that his wife was meeting Glenn for lunch at one of their favorite spots, Bob's Sub and Sandwich Shop in Slippery Rock.
As she was waiting for him, she heard the glass break, and she immediately rushed over to help him, and she couldn't stop the bleeding.
Somehow, Glenn had fallen through the front door of the restaurant, the glass shards cutting him like knives.
A piece of glass cut him right through the neck, a major artery, and he bled to death.
Every few days, there is an accident of this sort somewhere.
Mark Meshalem is an international glass safety expert who says most people are unaware of just how dangerous the glass doors and windows around us can be.
I see people who are falling through storefronts, getting either seriously cut up or killed. I see people falling out of windows because they leaned against glass and the glass gave way suddenly.
Like the case of LaShawna Threet. She fell to her death when a window shattered in her hotel room in Atlanta. And there's the case of Michael Rackey. He died after leaning against this storefront window in Chicago. These cases, along with the Brunken case, have something in common. The glass that shattered in each was annealed, meaning it was regular glass, not specially designed safety glass. With several cameras rolling, we asked Meshalem to show us the difference between annealed and safety glass. At a testing lab in McKeesport, we set up this glass window and hit it with a weighted bag.
This impact was the equivalent of a 100-pound boy running full tilt into the glass.
And falling into the window.
And falling into the window.
On impact, the glass shatters into shards like daggers.
And then these pieces of glass, look how hazardous this guy is. This is just crazy, and that's going to start falling.
So you fall through this glass, what happens to you?
You're in serious trouble.
But take a look at what happens when we run the same test with a door made with tempered safety glass.
3, 2, 1.
The weighted bag just bounces off the glass.
It's 4 to 5 times as strong compared with annealed glass against blunt impact.
When tempered glass does break, it's designed to break apart into small cubes, not shards.
It would be a rare injury that someone would be killed with this. Scratched up, yes, not killed.
While current building codes call for safety glass in new or renovated buildings, older buildings are exempt. Oh, look at that crack in the side, right? Isn't that a crack?
Oh, yes.
We took Meshalem to Pittsburgh's popular South Side to see if we could find glass that he deemed dangerous. It took us less than a minute.
You see this glass? This is broken glass too. Look at this. This is evil.
This large storefront window with annealed glass had serious cracks.
If someone falls into this, they're going to be seriously cut. It's not going to be pretty at all.
Many of the storefronts did have tempered safety glass, and it's easy to spot. Tempered glass will have a logo etched into the corners.
Tempering logos on every single one of them. Inner and outer, you can see both of them. So they're protecting the people out on the street and in the restaurant.
Meshalem says the public should be aware that glass can give way any day, any time.
The glass can go from looking relatively pristine to completely broken in an eye blink. And so the person who's involved in this accident, they have no time to react whatsoever.
The family of Glenn Brunken is suing the restaurant where he fell through that glass door, claiming the annealed glass was a well-known safety hazard that led to his death.
We all assume that when we go into a commercial establishment, if we would trip and fall against the door, that our life wouldn't be at risk. If it had been safety glass, he would still be here enjoying his life.
The owner of Bob's Sub and Sandwich Shop had no comment about the incident. Also, I contacted the city of Pittsburgh about those two storefronts on the south side. The Bureau of Building Inspection has put the owners of those buildings on notice regarding those broken windows. And experts say any glass with a chip or a crack, whether it's tempered glass or not, should be considered dangerous and replaced.